Welcome to 90 Day Fiance.
Three-way
Replay.
All right, episode 6, Fear and Loathing. How's it going?
Good. I actually went to the movies for the first time, guys, in a
No.
long time.
That's
Really?
not allowed.
Yes. I'm vaccinated, fully vaccinated.
What'd you
What'd
watch?
you watch?
The Quiet Place Part 2.
Oh, is that what you were saying?
Número dos.
Yeah. I saw that text on my drive home.
It's
Oh.
good.
I haven't seen the first one.
It's good.
You should watch it.
Everybody keeps telling me. Both of my cousins also watched The Quiet Place 2 in the theater.
Wow.
The one
How
here and then the
wild.
one in New York.
Everybody's
This
wanting
is-
to get out now.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, we have about 14 days until the state opens back up. So enjoy your last minutes of hermitness,
Right?
William.
Especially where we are, where things get super crowded
I know. Oh,
really
I
fast.
know.
I'm not
I'll have
looking
no
forward
excuse.
to the drives home.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that. That's right. We were going to be commuting
I
again.
know. How terrible.
Oh, so anyway, I was watching and I kept looking at Emily Blunt and I was like, who does she remind me of? She just reminds me, and it's
Yara.
Yara.
Oh.
She kind of
does.
reminds me of Yara.
That European in her.
Yes, it's like the chin, with the cleft chin, and I was like, that's Yara right there.
Maybe that was Yara's
Look.
surgery inspiration.
Yes, I could totally see that, and something about the mouth. All right,
Yeah, I
there
could
you
see
go.
it. Her like complexion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I could see that, definitely.
Okay, and
Too
how are
bad-
you, Dylan?
I'm okay. Thank you for asking.
The end.
The end.
All right. So should we get to it?
Yes. Okay, let's do Tiff and Ron. I am so confused by this couple.
Yeah, it's like, do they love each other or not?
Exactly.
Their love is conditional on like circumstance.
Yeah, there's many
Like very
conditions.
specific. Yeah,
It
there's
seems
many
like there are
conditions.
Many conditions.
I mean, love is conditional.
You know what else is conditional? His visa.
I mean, but it wasn't even that his visa was approved. It was just that they
They were
received
gonna,
it.
Yeah, they were going to
and
review it.
yes. So for her to go so crazy, I'm like, wait a minute. Why does she keep saying approved? It was just that they received it and they're like, okay.
I guess it's like
yes.
approved for review.
It was
Yeah.
Outright declined.
it was accepted
Yeah.
into the review process.
Accepted.
Yeah, I think the fact that there was movement on his
Okay.
visa,
All right.
kind of gave her hope that there are things
Yes.
that would happen next.
So it's a little premature.
Yeah, don't
Hopefully
be
it works
celebrating
out.
yet, girl. I mean, save your tears.
It just means that she did it right. she
Yeah.
still did it right.
She didn't have a misspelled name.
Showing up is half the battle, Tiff.
And then I thought it was interesting when he was like, okay, and we're going to hold our thumbs. Hold thumbs is the same as our cross your fingers
I
in
guess
South
it's a
Africa.
South African
Did you guys catch
turn of
that?
phrase. No.
Hold your thumbs.
Yeah, hold thumbs. It's like this, holding his thumb.
Okay. Well, I guess they're holding their thumbs, getting ready.
That's right. And then we see little parent Daniel, just hauling the baby away when she goes to talk to her mom. I'm like, oh my God, I need a Daniel in my life. I need a Daniel to help me with my kids. Okay.
If you have a third kid, you'll have two Daniels.
Yes. I don't know. I don't think they'll be as good as Daniel.
Well,
Maybe
I mean,
not. I don't know.
Don't
It's
do
a
it
gamble.
too soon. You might have to wait a little bit longer.
Right?
Yeah.
I have my hands full already. What do you think about Tiffany using her leverage against her dad, like the guilt he has for not being in her life, to try and to be the sponsor for Ron?
I mean, she's desperate. That's her only choice. That's her only option, right? So what else can't you do? Right? And I think it's for her, it's like, if he doesn't do it, if her dad doesn't co-sponsor, then it's gonna break up their family. There's no like they're gonna get divorced, so it's all on him.
I think it's good to ask, right? At least she was honest about the whole thing. Well, we'll
I
find out.
I think
Which
she is,
side are
right?
you on? Which side are you on? Share or not to share?
Share.
That is the question.
Share,
You gotta
absolutely.
share.
You
Yeah,
gotta share. Because she's right. Because it's like if things go down and it's like probability is very high that they will, you don't want to put your dad in that position like you didn't tell him. Because now you'll have two people who hate you.
Yeah.
It seems like their relationship is kind of still really fragile. So she's really careful to maneuver that.
And I was gonna say the mom was like for not tell, right? But when she was saying, I was like, she probably hates the dad.
I was gonna
For leaving
say,
her.
what do you think that says about the mom when she's like, "Don't do it, don't tell, don't."
She's a hater.
Yeah.
She's
It's
waiting
not
for the
big.
sabotage.
She hates Ronald, but also I don't think that's like a reflection of her personality necessarily. I think it's just her specific feelings for the dad. She probably doesn't like the dad. For
She
like
wants him to
ditching her.
get. She wants him to get screwed over.
Yeah, probably. Did you like the
Yeah.
dad? I thought he was kind of pleasant.
Me too. He seemed like
Yeah.
such a nice guy.
But
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
like without hesitation was just like, that's not a problem.
yeah, I mean that's true. But nice guys, can also leave their kids.
Yes. Hey, the solution here is you come back. You came back
Yeah, that's
to make
true.
it right.
And he did say that at the time, if he was a man he was today, or it made it seem like he thought that the kids always should go with the mom or something. Like maybe it was back in the day that men didn't feel that they had the same rights to be with their child as women. Wasn't that like in the law that the kids automatically go to the mom or something at some point? No.
But that doesn't mean you like leave.
Yeah.
You know,
Or
Yeah.
like that you would be a
That's-
better parent than a dad.
that's true. No excuse there. And he did mention that he should get a big house and move them all in. Like, oh.
like move that like with the mom and the dad and all the kids and Ronald too.
Yes. Didn't you hear him? He's like, well, I was thinking maybe I should get a big house where we used to live. And, you and Danielle and the Carly and Ronald can all live with me.
Oh, I didn't know that he said come live with me. I thought you come live near me.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I heard come live with me, but yeah, it could be that. It could be.
He's really nice then.
Yeah.
I was upset that they left us on a cliffhanger. I was like, wait, what?
It was right. They were right to do that.
They were.
Because we won't tune in next week.
That's true. That's it. And that's about it with them. Right? Anything else,
nothing
guys?
much.
Was Ron kind of pushy when he was like, did you ask your dad?
I don't think so.
Do you think that's the kind of questions he should be asking?
I think it was okay, but what annoyed me was in the next on when he didn't seem to be taking any of it seriously. I don't know if they were talking to a lawyer or what, but they talked to a lawyer and
It seems like it. It's like a practice interview.
yes, and he's over here like smoking and making jokes. Like, have you ever been arrested? Oh yeah, plenty of times. Huh?
What a stupid.
Maybe he wants to sabotage it so he doesn't have to move to America. And he wants trying to force his family to move to South Africa.
I feel like Tiffany would be so happy if she didn't have to deal with this guy ever again.
I agree.
I don't think that Ron would be able to deal with the pressures that he would have if he came to America to support Tiffany and the family and that weight on him. I think he's going to crack. I think it's best if he stays in South Africa. What are your thoughts? Will he crack? Do you think he could handle it?
I'm waiting for the divorce.
I don't think he can handle it. He can barely handle things now.
Right.
Yeah, kind of self-centered, but I don't know. We've seen just a little bit of him.
And then I don't know if we mentioned it. We forgot to mention it last episode where he actually went back to gambling, right? Like a year later, he went he had what do they
He
call
relapsed.
that? Relapse. There you go. He had a relapse. We didn't know that. Because when they got married, he just came back from one of those centers.
The rehab.
Yes. Thank you. Mom brain.
Too much
He
White
came
Claw.
back. Yes, too many White Claws. He came back from there and he was clean. And then I guess a year later he relapsed and now he's okay.
Addiction is tough. I feel like, people will fall off the wagon several times on their way to recovery. But coming to America, I think Tiffany's right. He'll have more access to situations or scenarios that might cause him to trigger his addiction.
What area do they live in? Does she live in?
Jersey? Near Jersey?
Correct.
Somewhere?
Is that close to Atlantic City?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, then. So
Actually,
we know
yes.
Don't
Very
tell
close.
him.
Yeah,
that's
very
not
close.
good.
There are no casinos here, Ron. And take away the
Casinos are
computer.
illegal.
Do not
Ban.
Google casinos near me. Okay. Let's do Angela and Michael.
What a mess.
Ay, ay, ay.
I feel like her boobs look still big now, this time around. After some time has passed. She's still big titty Angie.
Medium titty Angie.
Medium titty? It's not. I think it's big. Well, when we see her lose a lot of weight,
I don't know.
Probably be big
I
titty.
did some before and afters of her surgery. They look okay. I mean, she does look weird now because she's kind of skinny and her weight loss just seems so rapid that her skin is saggy a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see recent pictures of her?
I seen like one very recent picture that was like on Google News and people were like worried for her health because she lost like even more weight.
Yeah, I think she's up to 100 now.
Wait, what? You're saying she's 100 pounds?
No, she's lost 100.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh my God. I'd be worried for her too.
She's like a walking cigarette at 100.
But with big boobs?
No, with big boobs.
I have not seen recent pictures of her. I just see her in the moment interviews. Does she look different from there?
Yeah.
Like
Even
way
skinnier.
different?
Skinnier, yeah.
Wow, really?
Because she's just, with the saggy skin and then she lost so much weight. So all you see are just like lines, like tons of lines on her face.
Yeah.
So
it's like the fat's going away.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing then she did not get the facelift surgery.
I think she did.
She might have.
What? Even with all the lines on her face that you guys are mentioning?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think she did.
Good point. We'll find out next week.
Yeah.
I thought maybe she didn't because in the ITMs, in her interview things, her face, she has a lot of sag still going on. So
well, she's not as skinny in those interviews. So you check her Instagram. She's real
then why
skinny.
would you not wait to do
That's what I was thinking. I'm
surgery?
Like, wait until you've like lost some weight to just decide to do this.
Because she's already there and she wants to get it all done. And I think all the doctors are convincing her. That's why she's like, okay, whatever. I'll do this and I'll do this.
Yeah, no. See, that's the manipulation I don't like.
I agree.
They should have advised her to like, wait, see what happens with your structure after you've lost a significant amount of weight. And then you can restructure.
Yeah, there's no end because then it's like, okay, I'm doing your facelift. Oh, so now to match your facelift, you guys do other thing. I'm going to recommend you to my other colleague.
Yeah, and now they're going to
handsome doctor
reconstruct her like her tricep fat.
Exactly.
Because now they're sagging and now her belly's sagging, so they're going to do a tummy tuck. It just never ends.
Yeah.
But you don't think she's paying for all this, do you? Like when the doctor's like, this costs $25,000. Do you think Angela's paying for this?
Probably with TLC money.
Yeah.
No, they're not giving it to her for free. Like
no, she got paid. She got paid and then and saved
This is not all promote. Like, why would you go all the way to LA? Like, this is not a promotion for them.
No, from the money, like the money that she saved from doing the show.
Yeah, she said she saved the money.
Is that
I mean,
what she said?
yeah, she said it's her money and she can do whatever she wants with it.
When did she say that? You mean like she said during the episode or off the show?
She did during this
During the
episode. She did.
Yeah, towards the end.
Oh man. I mean, do you
She's
think
like-
that they would say if it was like for free?
No. But she says it's her money.
Yeah.
Mm.
She said she's gonna spend her money. She's not gonna worry about raising a kid if Michael's not even there yet.
Can I just say I really didn't like her this episode. Do you guys agree?
Really? Why?
I don't know. She just seems to always like throw these things at Michael about like you don't care, blah blah blah, you don't love me,
Okay.
and like my appearance should matter to you. But he's like, your appearance does matter to me. That's why I don't want you to change it. And she'd be like, I just want your support. And he's like, I am giving it to you, and I'm telling you no. And it's like we're supposed to be a married couple, and we're supposed to make these decisions together. And she's like, I'm gonna have it regardless of what you say.
Do you
And I'm
think
like,
that's true?
What do you want, Angela? What is it?
Do you think that's true that if you're married, that when it comes to your body or something, it should be like a decision between both of you?
If it's gonna threaten your life, I think so.
That's a good point.
That's true. You're building a life together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think so. I mean, wouldn't it be fair to assume that he fell in love with her the way she was? And so now she's kind of doing all of these things to change that. Wouldn't you rightly be mad that the person that you love is doing all of these things despite the fact that you're telling them, I don't need you to change anything. I love you the way you are, and I love you. That's how, I mean, you look that way and I love you. Why would you change it?
But how far does this go? What if it's like cutting her hair? You know, like I loved you with your long hair.
That's different though from like mutilating your body.
Okay, what about how she says it's for her to feel sexy and to feel confident?
Okay,
She wants this for herself.
That's fair. But at the same time, don't ask for his opinion if you already decided what you want to do. And then be
It's
mad
like-
that he's mad.
Yeah, and I feel like she's using him as an excuse. It's like, so you don't look at other women and I feel all jealous. I'm doing this because of you.
I
Yeah.
know.
But she's
that's
like, but I'm
messed
doing
up.
this for me. And then she'll say, I'm doing this for me. Like, that's why I was kind of really upset. I'm like, what is it? Like, what do you want?
Yeah, she don't say anything to get what she wants. Basically, it's her way. It's always been Angie's way.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Even when it comes to the cigarettes, as we will see in the next song, the surgery doctor is asking her, well, we're going to do a nicotine test, which I didn't know they had. But yes. And she's like, nope, not going to do it. There's like, all right, well, you know, I'm going to ask you then, have you smoked recently? It's like a pause, dramatic pause.
Oh, maybe
You know
she
she
won't
did.
get the turkey gobble removed then.
Yeah, that's true. That's smart of the doctor.
Yes.
Even though Dr. Obang was like, oh, I'll still do it.
Yeah.
So there's this thing on Google where people were saying like, oh, should he be sued for malpractice? Dr. Obang.
No. Why? He
For
didn't do
taking off
anything
the
wrong.
2 pounds?
Yeah, like he didn't mess up. Like it wasn't wrong
Yeah.
necessarily. It's just like he did
He
something
said-
that
I mean,
didn't
to be
agree
fair,
to.
he said it's approximately 1 pound, but he had to remove what he felt like was correct based on the condition that she was in.
Yeah. Plus, if he didn't remove that much and she ended up looking worse, then she would be mad.
Yeah. So he can't really win, but I don't think he did anything wrong. Do you think he did anything wrong?
I mean, for me, you know, like we discuss it. I don't think it's anything that she can sue over, but for me, I'd be upset in that we discussed this amount and you took off more than what you said.
Yeah, I think
But,
it's
Mhm.
yeah, I think it's wrong that his only mistake was that he wasn't clearer with her beforehand. That he might take 2, or he
And
might do more.
Unless like off camera, he was like, okay, it's going to be a range between 1 to 2, like approximately 1 to 2 pounds. We'll see when we get in there. Unless he
Yeah.
says something like that off camera, in which case, all right.
Yeah, he should have
But-
been.
Yeah.
He should have gave himself some little range there for protection.
Yes.
Maybe he
But she-
did, and like we got edited out.
Yeah, and I mean, she would have done it anyway, even if she said to.
But I feel bad for Michael, but I think he handled it really well when at the end he was just like, yes, Andrew. Yes. No, yes, I love you. Basically just shut up and just agreed with her.
So it's like one of those things again where he can't win because it's like if he says anything that he thinks, his personal opinion, she gets mad, and if he doesn't say anything, then she gets mad for him not being so supportive. So what would you do? Would you lie and be like, "You're doing the right thing, honey. I love you"?
I think he did a good move in that he said his feelings. She knows the truth of what his real thoughts are. And then after she continues to berate him and like put all the blame on him, just be like, just shut up and be like, yes.
More
Okay,
power to
Angie.
you.
Yes. Yes, Angie. Yes.
That's only because it's, fairly not new, but I could see if they were living together after a few more years, he's just gonna be like, okay, do whatever you want.
I have a question for you guys. Would you get a
you're gonna ask.
facelift?
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought you were gonna ask something else.
What were you gonna ask? What did
Would
you
I get
think I was
breast
gonna ask?
implants?
What did you
Augmentations?
What did you think I was gonna ask?
I thought you were gonna ask, would you, if I needed it, would you wipe my coochie?
If you needed it, I would wipe your coochie.
Thank you.
I would wipe your coochie too.
Thank you, guys.
You don't have to cry. I'll do it.
We're family. We're family
That's
like
right.
that. We're family like that. I got you. Why did she say that Jojo wiped her coochie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I missed that
You
part.
missed it? That was so good.
That is so funny. Yes, please. If I do the same for you guys. I wipe your coochies too.
Thanks, baby.
Okay, so
I
would I
got
get a
you.
facelift? No,
Yes.
I wouldn't get a facelift.
Would you have any work done? I was watching the Friends reunion and lots of them.
They could get some work done.
No, they had work done.
Yeah.
Courtney Cox has gotten work done.
Yeah. Yes,
You-
right.
Even Jen, I think.
I
I
agree.
don't know. She looks saggy. You think so?
I think so. She's
Jen
like
does
a,
not.
puffed,
Whoever
a little puffed
her-
up face.
Whoever her dude wasn't doing a good job then.
Yeah, I feel like you could tell.
People say that Jen's work is good because it looks natural, but Courtney isn't because it looks unnatural.
Exactly. Because hers is like stretched out.
Yeah, like
Like, too
something in
much
the
Botox.
eyes.
Yeah.
What about Lisa?
It looks like she has never gotten work done.
She's
Yeah,
kind of work done, but it
she's-
looks really good.
I don't know. She looks like she's aging.
But she doesn't
And
have like wrinkles on her forehead.
She does. I think she just had good makeup. Look at her her Instagram for
Uh-huh.
her son's graduation.
Okay.
It looks like what her age is.
Mhm.
Like a normal lady.
Like an aged, middle-aged woman.
What do you think about the come on, the
Matthew
other
Perry,
dude? No.
David Schwimmer.
Yes, David
Ross?
Schwimmer.
David Schwimmer?
Ross.
I thought you were
thought
going to ask
he-
about Matt LeBlanc because he's old.
Yeah, he looks old.
He does, yeah. But he
But I
looks
thought-
good old.
I thought David Schwimmer looked good too.
He's probably the best looking one because even like Matthew Perry looks weird. He has a weird thing with his lip that like kind of lifts when he talks.
Oh, I didn't
Notice it?
notice.
Yeah, go watch
Really?
it. It looks like his lip is like folded in when he talks.
I feel like the whole like bottom part of his face looks off.
That's
I think so.
interesting, Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he definitely had some work done to fix something. People said he had a problem with drugs and alcohol before. So it looks like that could be part of it.
Did you guys like the Friends reunion?
I did. Gave me the feels.
Me too. I
Yeah.
kind of teared up a couple times. I was dying on some of the old episodes when they were like showing them. I was like just laughing out. And I was watching this at like 3 a.m. right when it came out.
I like that they had the producers. I like, I liked hearing their story and how they said like the one line for them is it's that time of your life in your life when your friends are your family. And that's like the one. I was like, yes, right.
Mm.
And then eventually they started creating their own family and they went their separate ways. And then you have your family. And I was like, yeah, we all go through that.
So good. Show's
Yeah.
so good. One of the best shows on TV.
But did you
There'll
answer
be
the question?
another.
We got distracted here.
Okay, wait.
What were we
Yeah.
talking about?
I'm sorry, the facelift. Would you, Dylan, get the facelift?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would too, I would think. And like, but I would wait till I'm way in the advanced ages.
Yeah,
And then do
I would
it.
probably do it once. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like my LASIK. It's one and done.
Yeah.
If it wears off, then it's like, oh, okay. I enjoyed it.
Right.
How do you know when you need a facelift? Like, what did Courtney Cox say? What is a facelift? Well, that will facelift
Filler.
give you
She
that.
had like filler
I feel like I should look
and
at Botox because her face doesn't move.
Botox and like filler. I mean, but Botox doesn't change the appearance of your face. Like her face looks different. So I think she had filler and probably like a facelift.
Will facelift give you that like I had surgery look?
It
If
could.
it's well done, it shouldn't.
Right. But it could. But you know what gives you that I had surgery is like filler. I think filler is what makes them have like that the puffiness that makes them look a little odd.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you get in the lips.
Yeah, when you start messing with your lips, it really changes your look.
It
Yeah.
can really change your look. Yes.
Look at the Kardashian Jenners.
Why do pretty people get so much work done?
Because they want to stay pretty.
But they're ruining their prettiness.
They don't know that.
They're making it
They're-
worse.
They think
They're
that they're
really
preserving
ruining
their,
it.
They think they're
No.
preserving it.
They are ruining their prettiness.
Well, it's body
Doc-
dysmorphia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they're very beautiful and they're ruining it.
Yeah, it's like you're pretty and rich. Why are you messing with this? Stop it.
Kardashians, they're Armenian?
Except the
It's the
Jenners.
doctors. Doctors are lying to them.
I mean, plastic surgeons gotta eat.
Shoot, they ain't starving, let me tell you. They is not starving.
Well, how will they buy their like 10th Bentley?
Right. That's what they want access. You are so ugly. I mean, no, they won't say that. Be like, it's a very bulbous and blunt and saggy, and I don't know what words
It can make you
use,
look
something
better.
like
It
that.
can make you look better.
All right, let's do Libby and Andrei. I don't know. Andrei, for some reason, he's looking a little bit more and more attractive
What a weirdo.
every episode.
You just like seeing that doing that demolition.
I don't know what
Weirdo.
I don't know. I don't know
The
what
construction
it is.
work, like those
But I can
construction
kind of
workers.
see where Libby is going with this.
That's why she's defending him so much.
I can see it, girl. All right.
Sign up
go
for that
get it.
OnlyFans.
Does he have one?
OnlyFans.com.
I got
didn't you
to
look it up?
Yeah, I think he does. But I don't know if it's still active now.
Shoot, I want to see that bend over pull up.
Not that again.
He got that.
I don't think so.
He got that. Okay,
Yeah.
well. All right, then never mind.
It would have been like local news if there was a bend over pull apart for Andrei.
I mean, if they really want to make money, it's not Libby that people want to see, okay? It's Andrei. All right. If they really want to make that millions of dollars, Andrei needs to have the
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
Andrei, bend over, pull apart.
That's right.
That's true. I mean, if he really was a
Mhm.
corrupt cop or whatever, this is not above him, you know. If you're gonna do all that stuff, you might as well just do this too.
If it's buried in the past over there, like you said, something like it's buried. I buried it.
Could you imagine in your interview? Like,
Yes.
what's your job? You're like, OnlyFans cam model.
There you go. I mean, look at me. Right. Okay. So then it starts off with Libby doing yoga with her sister, and they talk about the whole interview process, which, come on, we all know he's going to get approved.
Did they even do yoga? It looks like they
I
just sat
know.
around looking
And
good,
stretch.
They said they're
Yeah.
yogis.
wearing makeup,
They're
nice
master
fitness
yogis.
outfits, wearing the Fabletics, the Lululemons.
They might as well have been holding like the tea, that like poopy tea that makes you lose weight. You know?
Oh yeah, they probably do have that actually.
I'm sure Libby's promoting it. And yeah, and then like we go back to Andrei, and he's gonna go do work on the house. Chuck tells him to go demolish the house, like the kitchen area.
Okay, did he say that?
I don't know. That's what he said.
Because this dude does not know English, so I'm really doubting what he heard.
But when he went in there and he was like breaking down the fridge doors, I was like, why would you do that?
Wheel it out, you weirdo.
Like this thing. And it was funny because then Charlie was like, why would you break the I mean, I hate
I agree.
Charlie, but I totally agree.
That was a smart question. It's like, why is he breaking it down?
Why would you break the fridge door down? What did you think of their confrontation when they were like, Charles, like, everything has to be run by me. I don't care if you talk to my dad, it has to be run by me. You don't know half the things you're doing in here. You're going to break down that wall, and there's a gas stove.
And he's not wrong. Song and dance before. I'm like, we heard the song and dance before.
Yeah, but I mean, he's not wrong. But Andrei was trying to be proactive, I guess. He probably just heard that Chuck said we're going to renovate the whole thing, so he's trying to like.
Yeah, he's like, he's probably said we're going to demo the kitchen. And Andrei's like, okay, so destroy the windows, destroy the counter, destroy the fridge, destroy the drawers.
Yeah, he heard a totally different thing, and he's just trying to like. He said like he needs to prove that he had a job for his interview, so that's why he's trying to like be proactive about it. But the problem is like he always hears what he wants to hear, not what's really going on.
My dude is an idiot.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about it.
I was just laughing because when he talks to Libby, it's very nonchalant. It's going like, yes, like he does it every day. I'm going to demolish the kitchen. Yes, I'm going to go there right now. I don't know. It's like he does it every day. Like he knows what he's going to do. He's going to go there. He does this all the time. And then he gets yelled at by Charlie. Dude, what the F are you doing? Poor guy.
No, he can't win.
I will say that, Libby, she is very like defensive, like for her husband, like to his face at least. If he's like complains about her family, she'd be like, what? No, he did not say that. How dare he? He's just jealous.
He would never say that. Better never say that.
You are helping him. You are helping my father save money because Charlie would never get his hands dirty. Never. He would hire somebody.
I can't wait for the next week beatdown.
You think she's doing that because of that? Do you think she's doing that because of the boom boom?
Heck yeah. Look at him. Oh my God.
Are you kidding me? Why would that's not a question?
How could you even ask?
Probably pregnant with her 5th child now.
How does she not have more than Kalani does?
Yeah, seriously.
That is the question.
Probably getting it every night.
Twice
a day.
I think so. How would you feel about having Andrei as your father?
You're so weird.
Okay, weird transition.
What a weird question.
That was not the right time to ask that question.
Okay, sorry.
You transitioned. That was a weird transition.
Okay, sorry. Transitioning. Okay, because just the way he talks, like how he's like has that like bouncer, Russian spy, accent, and the his loudness, and he seems like he's mad even though he's just talking regularly. I just imagine because the whole time he's holding his little daughter, and I'm like, how would you feel about that? He's just like yelling and he's angry, but then he'll turn around and be really sweet to his daughter. Like,
it'd probably be really scary.
Yeah, right. The kid is always crying.
Oh, dude, if like she has a boyfriend, they'd probably be really scared of him because he looks like a scary man.
He does.
Yeah, I agree. He must have done something bad in his past.
Because he looks like he did.
Get it, Libby? Get it? Okay. Do you think that was like a real argument between him and Charlie? I really think it is because he's all like, oh, you're going to walk out like a bee now? You're going to walk out like a bee? And he's like, F you, F you. It felt like.
I wish they would have just thrown punches, man.
Oh no, Charlie would have been dead. He'd been knocked out.
It would have been so good. I'm waiting for that episode.
Yeah, I do think like when I was watching, like, is this a real storyline? Did they set this up? Do you think the producers like knew Charlie was gonna get there and like, oh my god, just wait till Charlie gets here. Make sure you get a good camera angle.
Maybe they were the neighbors that Charlie.
Yeah, exactly. The neighbors,
The
quote
producers
unquote.
were the neighbors.
But he didn't even break anything up except the fridge. So does Charlie live right next door?
Also, that
To the
fridge was
house?
whack. Like it was okay that you demolished it.
Yeah.
It was disgusting.
I agree, but it was just like a weird thing to do. Like, let me waste my energy to break down the fridge doors.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that was weird.
At first I was like, okay, it does feel like a setup, but at the end, when they were cursing at each other, I was like, oh, it feels like it's getting real. And I was like, oh, you gonna walk out like a bee? F you, Charlie. F you. Oh. I think
probably
they're
real.
learning. I think they took some classes.
Acting classes.
Yes.
So you're saying they'd like have beers after the episode airs?
Yes. And then Andrei goes home to Libby and, they get it on.
Wow.
They have a great time.
Your fan fiction has really evolved.
And he's all like, guess what I did? I demolished. Yes. I had a hammer. And I broke things. And then Libby's like, ooh.
You want to demolish this puh?
So stupid. This episode has gone off the rails.
No, we can write that fan fiction, sell it.
Oh,
All
we
right.
could actually. Yeah, watch out for us, guys. We're gonna write some 90-day fan fiction. It's gonna be real good, real juicy.
Sign up for our newsletter. It'll be out next week.
Yeah,
Our fan fiction.
all free, guys. All for you.
That's right. 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, it's gonna be a series when Libby first met Andrei, the bad bouncer.
We can write that. We can write that whole scenario of what he actually did, and then this could be like canon.
50 Shades. 50 Shades right here.
Yeah, everyone will just be like, "Wait, no, I thought that he did this." It's like that was our fan fiction.
Oh my gosh, we could make millions of that. This
We
is the
sure
next
can.
50 Shades, you
It could
guys.
be the next 50 Shades. All right, I love it.
Okay.
Pencil this in for a discussion later.
Yes. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right, let's do Kalani and Suelu.
Are you sure you want to move on from Andrei?
I kind of don't, but I guess we should. Let's see. So they're back to fighting, I guess. Kalani says they have that cycle of getting along, fighting, getting along. Do you think, okay, is that normal or is that not normal? I feel like, isn't
Fighting
that
is normal.
right?
Excessive fighting might be abnormal.
Okay, yeah.
Well, it depends on like the time span. It's like
Yeah, she
every
says
few
every
days.
other day. Yeah,
Yeah,
that can't
it
be
should
normal.
be like
it should just be like,
quarterly.
or like when a really important topic comes up. Like, why haven't you done the dishes for like the 5th time? Is probably not an important fight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes. But it's enough that Kalani decides to talk to a divorce lawyer, in which they also call her father up. And then we hear the whole thing that they previewed last time about him possibly being responsible for a lifetime for Asuelu if they get a divorce under the Trump rules. But that it would be hard to enforce because they signed a paperwork that said 10 years and not a lifetime.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I
they're
think the
good.
law would be like, what is it called? Like retroactively affect everything before. I don't think that would work very well.
Is it 10 years from divorce proceedings or 10 years from like when they got together and got the visa? Because
That's
she
a
should
good
just
question.
stick it out for 10 years, man, and then get the divorce.
Yeah. 10 years. Holy crap. Oh,
It's
a
a
long
10-year.
time.
You have a 10-year roommate.
who occasionally goes in and like
Yeah.
has conjugal visits.
Correct.
Well, I guess if you factor in the fact that they have kids together, it makes a little bit more sense.
But can you imagine living with someone you hate for 10 years?
That's true.
That's hard. I mean, people do it all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, our
that's also
parents did
true.
it. So, okay.
But
And
Kalani still has dreams, though. She still wants life. Our parents they've given up already.
That's true. Hey, their
It's a
age
new
gap is pretty big.
generation.
I thought they were the same age.
I think
What
he's
is their age gap? I thought it was like only a few
3.
years.
8 or 9, 30, 31, 32, like 7 or 8.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
because
5.
well, she said I met him when he was 25 and I was 32, or is that she's 32 now and he's 25?
Oh, interesting. I don't know.
No, I feel like she's maybe 32 now.
Well, he's still not going to change. He's still going to be like 25.
Right. And okay, so how about when Kalani said that she wanted him to go back to Samoa if they get a divorce? I was
Would
shocked
he?
to hear that.
Would he go back?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they got the kids.
Yeah.
Plus, his mom and his sister are in Seattle. He'll just go back to them.
He can cash in on those spousal checks.
But I don't even think she's working right now.
Sucks for low.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
I don't think they're going to get a divorce, though, because on the next on, okay, it shows them driving in a car and Asuelu is crying or something. And then she's like, oh, how do you feel about, what happened? And he's like, I feel really scared.
He's probably
And
dying.
so what do you think happened? I have a guess on this, but let me hear yours.
He has a serious health condition or scare.
Wait, what are they talking about? Like something that happened during.
Yeah, we don't really know because it's like on the next on. It just shows them in the car driving, and then Asuelu's like kind of teary-eyed, and she's like, "Oh, so how do you feel after everything that happened?" He's like, "I feel really scared," and then she's like, at the end, she says, "Well, this made me realize what I really want."
A divorce?
Oh, I thought like she was referring to one of the previous fights.
No, like something happened, and my guess is he probably got into a car accident. This is my guess. He got into a car accident and it shook him up, and then she also got shaken up, and then she's gonna say she realized that she really wants to be with him. It's gonna be that.
She saw a picture of Andrei. She realized what she really wants.
She really wants it.
No,
Join the club, I guess.
I mean, yeah, right. Me too. I realized, wow, what a good-looking fellow.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be I think it just maybe had another fight. I feel like, and a bigger one or something, and he's crying again.
Why do you think he's like that? Why do you think he cries? Like in the moment, I guess, after like. Wait, does he cry after he does something bad and he realizes it, or does he cry only like during sentimental conversations that make him feel bad?
I haven't seen him cry when they fight. He just cusses her out and blocks her on social media.
Yeah. So when does he cry?
The first time I saw it, the first time I saw it was when he was like, "I've changed."
Right. So he cries when he's trying to ask for forgiveness. Is that it? And
like those vulnerable conversations.
But then he goes right back to doing his same old thing.
Yeah, he doesn't learn. He probably feels it in the moment, but then later on he just forgets about it.
Or this is like a master manipulator who knows exactly what he's doing.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe because also they talked a lot about how divorce is not really in their culture. So maybe like later on, after he's not emotional, he's like, we're not going to get divorced no matter what. So I could do whatever I want.
He could probably use some therapy.
Girl, all these people on this show could use some therapy.
To really figure out his issue, in that they continue to have fights and he gets really aggressive, and then he cries and apologizes or says he's going to do better, but does the same thing again.
I'm waiting for the divorce. I'm waiting for the divorce. Waiting for the divorce.
Yeah.
Same. I want her to get what she wants. She wants a real romantic partner.
Yeah, she's not going to get it from him. He's not that kind of guy. That's not his love language.
But he sang for her at the airport. He took off his shirt and did the traditional Samoan dance, which we all fell in love. Remember, we all fell in love with him in the beginning.
I only saw that on the previous, so I don't actually know.
Yeah.
Well, he did do that.
I mean, that was just the one thing, though.
Yeah. She wants more romance. He's not providing. He's just providing
Until
pizza.
the little things every day, the little love notes,
Yeah, I think she wants that.
little kisses,
She wants acts of she wants acts of kindness.
Oh yeah, well, what else? What else?
Kisses on the hand.
Okay, too much rom-com. You guys have done too much rom-com.
Oh. You know who needs a little bit of that? Natalie and Mike.
Oh God.
Mm.
I think these two need divorce.
You say that for every couple.
I have very little faith.
I feel like these two, they're on totally different wavelengths. Like the way they tell jokes and the way they interact with each other, it's just not in the same place.
Yeah, they're like two different worlds.
Like Natalie thinks she's a fairy princess, and Mike is just like a woodsman.
And he believes in aliens.
Yes, which you think would go well together, right?
Aliens and princesses? Yeah, that's never been a Disney princess. We should write that.
No, like a princess and the woodsman.
Oh, that's too Disney.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, they're still with Trish, and apparently they say that Natalie's, that she's not being even a good housewife, which I'm surprised to hear because didn't we see her last season? Like all she was doing was like cooking and cleaning all the time. They said that now they're saying that she's not doing any of that.
I mean, you could gather that much footage in like 5 minutes.
Like one visit.
To make it look like it was all day.
They're doing things like, so Trish takes them to get firewood, and then like, why is Natalie so weird? She's like, yes, I love to do this. This is integrating into American culture. Ukrainian people are very hardworking.
That is weird.
Integrating into American culture. And then the mom is like, oh, cool. Nice. They're so different, these two. They're really different.
Yeah. I mean, I think Natalie is like sort of like in her own head, some far off place. What I noticed, like this episode and last episode, she kept saying trying. Like I'm really trying with Trish. I'm so trying so hard. But then when you see the footage of them together, it's just Natalie looking at Trish like Trish is like in like some kind of weird foreign object. I'm like, how are you trying? Like, what is the trying? I don't get it.
She complimented her flannel shirt and her pigs.
Was that the trying?
Man, she should shut up. She'd be talking too much.
I don't know, man. It just seems so off.
I know, because like the thing she says is dumb.
And she gets offended like everything Trish says.
Did she really call her a hooker, you think?
No, I'm pretty sure she didn't.
I wish there was footage of that. Damn Ukrainian hooker.
Trish does not seem like the type of person who would say that within earshot of Natalie. I mean, she probably would say it, but like to Mike on the phone behind the back, like far, far away. But with Natalie being there, I doubt that she would say that.
Yeah.
Was the butcher scene an overreaction?
Yes. Clearly an overreaction. I mean, did she know that they were going there? Didn't she say we're going to pick up all this whatever, this meat? And she didn't say anything. Also, she's like, why would you bring me here?
I don't understand about these foreigners. All right. Here's a real weird rant. How come their culture is important, but American culture isn't? Like in my culture, this is not okay. But I'm like, okay, but like we do it. So who's right? Who should integrate? You're in America.
Yeah, but they're not even asking her to integrate, which is the funny thing.
But it's not even that. It's like all of the things with Andrei, right? And he's like, no stranger should be touching the baby because this is not allowed in Moldovan culture. But like, this is America, bro.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, like I agree. Like for that specific situation, and but I feel like Natalie's even worse because it's like she doesn't even like want to let them do what they want to do for their culture. She's like it's like offense to her.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting at. It's like why are you offended for every little thing that's normal in our daily life? Like, why don't you take a step back and understand why we do the certain things that we do and then accept it instead of like criticizing it?
Yeah, nobody's forcing you to eat meat.
Right. I agree.
Yes. I mean, with the Andrei situation, I kind of understand because even now, like people in America, they're kind of wary of sometimes of nannies, right? Like everybody kind of worries about their kids being in other people's hands.
But you leave your kids at daycare all the time.
Not
Not you
everybody
specifically,
does,
but I'm just
right?
saying.
Not
Like,
everybody does. They
but I mean, it's
don't
common.
because of those videos that we see of the nannies shaking their babies and
That's
such.
true.
You know?
But I'm just saying it's common to
It
leave
is
your
common, but it's also, I feel like, not very uncommon to have parents who don't do that.
But I mean, they're probably more available.
If you're both parents are working, yes, like you need help if you don't have your family around, or if they can't help, you need to have somebody. But I also think it's not uncommon for people to think, even here in America, that having a nanny or a stranger taking care of your baby would be difficult. But in Natalie's case, it doesn't make sense because I'm sure there's people in her culture in Ukraine who eat meat. You know, like they're just going to get meat for themselves. They want to eat meat, they're hungry, they want to feed themselves. So it's like not anything directed towards Natalie or even her culture or anything, because they eat meat in Ukraine.
It's just her. Girl, you defective.
It's her. It's Natalie's culture.
It's Natalie's culture.
Yes.
It's not all of Ukraine. You don't stand for Ukraine. Where's Yara? Does she eat meat?
I'm sure she does.
What do you think about Mike's joke? He's like, well, maybe she ran out with a tomahawk, I'd come after her. Like, come back here, Natalie.
Probably would, actually. My tomahawk. Come back.
I love you. I never want you to leave me.
Yeah, he's probably like, Natalie. Or like, you know, Natalie holding the tomahawk. It's like, I love you so much. You don't know how important you are to me. Like, thank you. She's like, no, it's talking to tomahawk.
All this time, I've been wanting you to say this to me.
It's like, I didn't.
I think Mike should have paid for that meat.
Nah, he's a visitor.
No, that's his mom, though. His mom. It's different if it's like
I agree. My mom should feed me. It should never end. It should never end. My mom should always buy the meat. You should be
paying for that.
No, there's no courtesy there. It's they're too familiar because they grew up like they're like friends.
Obviously,
they're like friends.
But yeah, for Mike, I think he just it's just Natalie being Natalie again.
Yeah, you have to be like that. But on the next one, when she does ask, did your mom call me a hooker? When she walked away, she had like a smile on her face. Did you see that?
Yeah, because she's kind of a bitch.
I was like, is she going crazy?
I think so. You don't think so? I mean, the sushi video should have told you everything you needed to know about Natalie. Yeah. She's crazy. I mean, wore a Chinese dress making sushi. What the fuck is that?
And she's so worried about my culture and offending.
Yeah.
So much that.
Do you read our tweets on Twitter?
No.
Natalie's tweets?
No, our tweets. 90 Day Fiance.
Oh, yes.
Our tweets. Yes, of course we do.
Oh, nothing. There's just
I thought you were talking about Natalie.
A tweet about Natalie and the way she looks in this episode. A little craziness.
Share it for those who don't.
Read our tweets.
No.
Yeah, I mean, just check out Twitter.
What's the
See
address?
what we're talking about.
What's our address?
It is add DF 3-way.
Okay. So what was it? What was the comment for those who
it comes with a picture. You have to see the picture.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right, guys, go check it out. Let's do Brandon and Natalie finally, last but not least. Well, Not much. They continue the argument over the friend. She continues to go crazy, but she does admit that she has a problem. That she's jealous of everyone, actually, not just her boyfriend. She's jealous with her friends. She's jealous with her parents. She's everybody. She's jealous with. All right. So, and she admits that that's something she has to work on. So that's good.
No, it's not a good
back on
look at
our.
all.
She's back
It's
on our
not.
good graces. Is that what you're trying to say? We like her again.
She said that if Brandon would have met her a few years ago, he never would have talked. He never would have spoken to her because she was much crazier.
She was loca to the max.
Oh, wow.
How's she gonna make friends if she's still jealous? That's
She
what she needs to
doesn't,
do, right?
dude. She just needs Brandon. Duh.
Yes, that's what she says. You don't need anybody else. You don't need to have friends. You only need me. Do you
No, but
guys
I mean,
agree
like,
with that?
For her,
That's
for
so
her
scary. That's a scary thing
job.
to say.
For her job, she said she needed to make friends. Her wedding planner job.
Yeah, she can make friends. He
But
can't
not
have friends.
him.
He cannot have friends.
Not he.
Oh, that's some
Cannot.
misery stuff right there.
Yeah, she's kind of crazy. I haven't thought that they should get a divorce. I feel like they'll still make it.
Me too.
Everyone else can get divorced. It's fine. Oh, except Yara, and she could.
Yeah,
he can make
didn't have
friends.
them. Mhm.
He can make friends through his video games. He can escape. Maybe Julia won't be jealous of that.
On PSN.
Yeah.
She will be jealous.
She did already, but didn't she say, she's like, you're always playing your games.
Yeah, she definitely will. We didn't get any Yara and Jovi this episode, right?
I can't wait to see it next week.
Yeah, so next week they're gonna take Jovi to the airport, and then they like ask him, "Or how long gonna be gone?" And he's like, "Well, last time I thought it was for 1 month, and it turned into 4."
That sucks.
I know.
His baby's gonna be talking by the time he comes back.
Right? That's rough.
Yeah. Yara's looking pretty. I think motherhood looks good on her.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brandon and Julia get that letter from immigration, which of course we know she got approved.
She got a green card. She can be a wedding planner now.
Yes. And then Libby and Andrei, they're like, and her family, Libby's family too, they're like on a boat. And they start talking about Andrei, especially Becky.
Brawl.
Yes, and they fight. That looks entertaining. I'm willing to see it. Yeah,
I'm waiting for Jerry Springer on this. I want Libby to throw down.
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win, Becky or Libby?
Dude, Libby looks like she's got 20 pounds
Yeah.
on Becky. Looks like she can throw her overboard. Clothesline her real fast.
I think so. I think
agree.
so. And that's all. I mean, there were other next on we discussed, so we were talking about the couples. So I think it's going to be good. I think next episode is going to be great.
Anybody getting divorced yet, you think?
Tiffany and Ronald.
I'm going for Mike and Natalie.
So who do you think is going to be the next to get divorced?
Mike and Natalie.
Tiffany and Ronald.
Really? I would say Mike and Natalie.
Oh,
Probably.
I mean, yeah, them too. I think they're in a tie.
Yeah. Anyway, so just real quick, want to say thank you to everybody who gave us a 5-star review. We really appreciate it. If you haven't left a review, please do so on whatever podcast app you use. It really helps us keep creating the podcast. With that said, thank you, Dylan. Thank you, B. Anything else?
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride.
And to everything opening up again, be safe out there.
Yeah, we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yep. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.